I had such big dreams. Was doing so much work on the place. Here's my apartment, my living room, my dining room. Made soup for everybody in the house, including Jan. I'm just trying to get over a very traumatic event. My mom is...
Anything else you want to say, because I don't want to hear about your trauma.
I'm sorry, I'm talking about it. It's temporary.
Is there anything else you want to say?
Who?
You don't care.
No, I do care. My heart is racing right now. I'm very sorry.
You don't care.
I'm autistic.
I don't care. I don't care. I don't care. I don't care.
But I didn't do anything wrong. I just had a cigarette in my apartment and you're threatening to evict me and you never put in the lease. I haven't done... What else have I done wrong, Jan? Please. Other than having a cigarette in my apartment, what else have I done to deserve you threatening to evict me?
That's the only thing. That's the only thing. That's the only thing. Listen, you can legally smoke in there. I didn't say you couldn't.
So why are you kicking me out if the only thing I did wrong was smoking?
Aaron, I'm busy. I'm so busy. Is there anything else? Because I really have...
Well, I'm going to go talk to the tenants upstairs right now.
Okay, that sounds like a good idea.
All right. And I really didn't want this to happen. I'm going to be living here. I'm not moving, Jan. You can't kick me out. And you're a bully.
Okay.
You put it in the lease and be responsible. Be an adult.
I should have put it in the lease.
You should have. You should have. This is wrong what you've done.
I should have put it in the lease. I should have put it in the lease.
She backed off after I told her that I had it recording. For a little bit anyway. This is my bedroom. Hear that? That's been going on for like 2 months now. She's been ripping out the floor, redoing the kitchen. Everything above my bedroom. No notices, no warning, no nothing. No idea when it's gonna end. I've asked her when it's gonna end. She won't tell me. This has been going on for a really long time now. Hey Jan, yeah. When's it gonna stop the construction? Is tonight the last night? Yeah. So there's not gonna be any more. Great. Thank you for letting me know finally. So we already have on a recording yesterday that my landlord would cease all construction, and she's back the very next day at 6 a.m. doing God knows what above my bedroom again at 6 a.m. You are not allowed to be doing maintenance on a property at 6 a.m. when the walls are paper thin. Do you realize that? Did you just stick your tongue out?
That's all I got.
Do you?
All I got for you, Aaron.
But the judge is going to tell you that you can't do that.
I don't think sticking out your tongue is on the books.
No, your reaction. What are you going to do? Stick the tongue out at the judge?
I just might.
She said that she's just going to stick her tongue out at the judge. This is the kind of professionalism we're dealing with. No snow removal, no lawn, grass cutting. I did all of that work. All of her contractors gave me red flags. I mean, doing really crappy shit, power tools everywhere, nails everywhere, debris. The list just goes on and on and on. I don't know who trained these people, but I found all these nails on my driving area. Then there's the barbecue, which was basically about to explode, and she still had it hooked up. I asked her for months to remove it, and then she replaced it with this one, which is also rotting, and I'm like, I don't want rust. And then the fan, this is like, lordy, lordy, lordy. Two things. Industrial only. Minimum above grade distance. So this is supposed to be at least 3 meters above the floor, the bottom of the fan, and it's only like 2 meters from my bed. And it's not supposed to be for your bedroom. This is a commercial fan. And all the wiring I thought was updated, like I asked her before moving in, because I don't really like moving into old places. And sure enough, I find knob and tube. Here's a picture of my old apartment that has knob and tube that caught on fire. Horrible. So in June, she actually tried to run me over. Police were involved quite a bit. I talked to the sergeant, occurrence number there. I explained things there. As I mentioned, these are the texts that I also sent to my landlord, and we talked about everything, and she totally thought that because of my safety and the possible threats and everything else and full context of the situation, that it does go above and the landlord tenant board. And then after that, she tried to file an eviction notice, saying that she was afraid of me and all this stuff. All three of these things here actually didn't happen at all. She completely fabricated this entire thing, and I have everything recorded from these events. So it was just appalling to get this. When I challenged her on it, she withdrew it. I sent the mayor and the City of London and the Ontario Landlord Tenant Board. I'm like, I'm not paying rent now. I don't know what to do with this. Like, what am I supposed to do with this? This should be heard. You're not supposed to be doing this. I go off the deep end, and she then sends me a letter from her lawyer saying that she's going to sue me civilly. Okay, never heard that before. Everyone at the Ontario Landlord Tenant Board never heard that before too. Yeah, if you don't mind, I just came to talk to Jan. She sent me a. Jan, can you please? I just got your letter from your attorney, and and I just wanted to talk to you about your perjury on trying to evict me, saying that you're afraid of me.
Keep talking.
Okay, so you have 3 notes here, and an eviction notice that you're afraid of me, and I have shown that you said that somebody else moved out of fear. And I've sent the City of London a recording on all of these incidents to show otherwise, that what you've done here is used
Can you get to the point, please?
Well, yeah, I'm suing you. There's a lawsuit that was recently won in March for someone that has dealt with less problems than what you've caused, and they won $25,000.
Can you get to the point, please?
I'm going to be suing you for the Human Rights Tribunal. And you can't evict me, and I just talked to the Landlord and Tenant Board.
Hey, Adam, you know what? I can talk to you later. Thanks.
I also talked to your lawyer.
Hey, Adam. Is this your Ford Focus here, the blue one?
Is that all you have to say?
I don't. Have you got to your point yet?
I'm putting this on the YouTube.
Yeah, good.
And all of your attacks that I recorded. What are you going to say about these lies? Are you afraid of me, Jan? So I'm going to release the media, and then we're going to go to court through Andy Hunter. And then I'm going to sue you at the Human Rights Tribunal. And then I complain. And then she goes through the eviction process again. So now she's going back through the eviction process. But then she doesn't even get the rent right. Like, it's $1,500 a month in the lease, and here on the eviction notice, it's $1,495. And then, you know, on top of everything else, just the other day, she decided to mow down some of my garden and laugh at me. Just going up with no mask again. She just doesn't care. Jan? Jan? Hello? Do you... A little communication would have helped, because I could have cleaned this up. I've had a cracked rib, and I have let it go a little bit for some time, so I could have benefited. Are you just gonna walk away from me? I don't want you to, Jan. Hello? Do you mind? Can you give me notice and I'll do it myself? Or maybe leave the lawnmower and I can do it myself? Because you didn't do the lawn all summer, and now all of a sudden you want to come by without notice and do the lawn? Why? Like, I'm asking you to stop. I had a cracked rib. Couldn't pick it up. If you gave me 24 hours notice, like you're supposed to, I could have had somebody help me pick it up. But you don't like doing that. You just like to show up unexpected and expect that you can do whatever you want and just play the game however you think, because you're a bully and you think you can just do whatever you want, whenever you want, however you want. This just proves my narrative that you cannot cooperate, and I've done everything I can to avoid litigation and you refuse to do anything. And every time I approach you, you just look at me like you don't know what you're doing and you don't follow any of the rules. Like, this is really traumatizing. Do you know that? What are you gonna say to the judge? I had to clean up all of his dog shit? Well, I'm recording it right now and I've asked you repeatedly to stop and give me more time because you show up in like 2 hours. So it's about 3 or 4 weeks that I've had this injury. And she's just winking at me. So it's, I don't know. Oh, I'm almost better. I was just about to clean it up, actually. And she comes by 2 hours notice. Doesn't tell me why she's coming by. Have no idea how long she's going to be here for. Sometimes it's like 5 minutes. Sometimes it's just to pick up her friend. And this time it's to cut the grass, unbeknownst to me. And she started cleaning up the dog shit. And I was like, do you mind leaving that for me? I could have benefited from a couple, like a day's notice, and I could have done this. I feel really embarrassed about it. And she just ignored me and proceeded to continue cleaning up my dog shit. And then, yeah, just winking at me and like... So it's about 3 or 4 weeks that I've had this injury. And she's just winking at me. What is my heart rate? My heart rate is like not as bad as it was when I was like spiraling. It's like 120. Yeah, still. Look at that. She's like... mean... Like, I definitely don't trust her now. I mean, like, she's just literally coming on site to chop up my shit. What else is she doing? And on camera too, chopping my shit up on camera. Like, I don't feel safe here at all. Like, what else is she doing? Should I have my place, like, surveillanced? Like, she going into my place? I mean, and she didn't even finish cutting the grass. She just came to cut up my garden. She didn't do that side. Thank you! Thank you for the show! So I guess I just have to laugh now. I can't, I feel less stressed. I can pretty much get out of here anytime I want now. And move somewhere else if I need to. But this needs to be taken care of. And this needs to stop. Not just for me, but like every single homeowner that thinks that they can make money off of people like me are going to be held accountable to that money. And this woman is sadly going to be made, hopefully, into an example of what not to do and why we need better regulation. And these people need to be examined, they need to study, and pass, and get licensed and regulated.